Hi there. You may have noticed that last week's Viz was a little late due to technical difficulties over at Viz Towers. Over the weekend, we had similar problems in getting the weekly pre-recorded service ready to go online on Sunday morning. I suspect in that case it was due to the inputs coming in so many different formats that the somewhat limited hardware and software at our disposal just couldn't cope with it and had a bit of a meltdown. And because I'm not a trained audio visual software engineer, it took me a wee while to cobble together a workaround. But we got there in the end. However, last week I had another technical malfunction, this time with my own software. A few of you will know that I've had to cope with depression for most of my adult life. And 10 years ago, I had an especially difficult time with anxiety and depression. Since then, I've been particularly careful with my emotional well-being, trying to take appropriate amounts of time off, looking after myself physically, and not being so hard on myself as I tended to be in the past. I've assembled an assortment of tools and tricks to de-stress, and I watch the gauges carefully to make sure that everything is within safe working limits. Because of that, ironically, lockdown probably hasn't been as difficult for me as it might have been, or indeed as difficult as it has been for some other people. I was already doing many of the things that we're encouraging you as a staff team to do with the Take 5 Steps to Wellbeing initiative. But even with all that, last week, probably as a result of an accumulation of different and difficult inputs, it all got a bit much for my software to cope with. So I just had to call a halt for a couple of days and take a break. Step away from the screen and do some of the things that allow me to relax a wee bit more. So, in the light of all that, it may also seem ironic that I'm recording this to remind you that if you need help with your emotional and spiritual well-being, I and others on the team are there for you. I wrote to you all last week outlining the pastoral care and support that we in BCM seek to offer you, your families, and those in our care. I was at pains to say in that letter that whilst I'm a Methodist minister and we are a Methodist organisation, a core principle that we have is that our care is for people of all faiths and none. And that includes pastoral care. If you want me to pray with you or for you, I will. If you need me to help you find other practical and professional help, I will seek to do that. But if you simply need someone to talk to, someone to listen, I'm there to do that too. But I'm offering that help in the full knowledge that at times I need that sort of help too. Just as none of us are immune to this COVID-19 virus, none of us are immune to human frailty either. Sometimes I put on a mask like everyone else, with a laugh and a smile, disguising the fact that things are maybe not going quite so well as they might seem on the outside. It's at times like that that I need to stop and take notice, not only of things around me, but how things are inside me too. And if necessary, to talk to someone. I can be that someone for you if you want.